In this section, we're going to discuss Salesforce Maps territory planning. But first, remember that territory planning is an add-on product to Salesforce Maps. To utilize territory planning, the Salesforce Maps managed package must be installed, and permissions to configure and use territory planning must be assigned. So we're going to focus on a couple of areas, which include designing a territory plan and creating a new territory alignment. Effective territory planning can result in an increase of sales and a decrease in cost and an overall improvement in customer coverage. So always consider the following questions when thinking about territory planning for your company. Number one, does your organization have territories? Number two, is territory planning time-consuming for sales leaders in your organization? Number three, are you often looking for a more efficient territory planning solution? If you answered yes to any of these questions, look no further. You've come to the right place for your answer. While there are many ways to divide your sales territories, it's time-consuming to manually comb through sales data to reorganize territories. If done incorrectly, you face an uneven distribution of opportunities. Unbalanced territories also negatively impact your business, whether a sales team is spread too thin or there are too many sales reps covering a territory. In either case, territory planning is a solution to help successfully navigate the difficult territory planning processes companies face. Territory planning helps you analyze and design territories in a logical, scalable manner. It provides business leaders with the tools they need to save time and improve accuracy by focusing on three main features, which are, number one, access advanced territory management and optimization. Number two, import optimized territories into Salesforce Maps. And number three, manage territories inside Salesforce. So now let's look at a case study where we want to get organized with territories. And we're going to use Lovely Course. In this scenario, it's a retail company that is going through a major territory realignment exercise. It implemented territory planning to manage these changes. Lovely Course Retail is expanding its sales team and adding additional territories. Lovely Course Retail currently uses Salesforce Enterprise Territory Management to organize its territory alignment into groups of accounts and identify account owners. As part of its realignment, Lovely Course Retail wants to use the annual revenue field to fairly distribute opportunities among sales reps. To do this, Lovely Course Retail is focusing on three key areas. Number one, realigning its territories to ensure reps can cover more accounts efficiently. Number two, collaborate with leaders and sales team on territory design. Number three, create territory plans to help reps build effective routes and schedules. In this case, we're going to take Linda, a Salesforce admin, who is using territory planning to complete this reassignment. Now let's see how we can create a report. Territory planning can be directly integrated with Salesforce reports. These reports can be created for any mappable object and displays any field on that object. When creating a report, there are some required fields. These are object ID field, fields used to assign territories like username, user ID, territory name, or territory ID, latitude field, longitude field. So let's remember that geocoded records are required. If records are not geocoded with latitude and longitude coordinates in your environment, use the core Salesforce Map application to geocode records. In this case, Linda creates a Salesforce report to display accounts with the following key attributes, which are annual revenue, account category, and employee count. She adds account ID, user ID, longitude, latitude, and some additional descriptive fields like name, category, state, country, and zip code. These fields will measure territories and search for and reassign individual accounts. Linda names the saved report Southeast Accounts by Annual Revenue. Also to note that optionally, SOQL Custom Query Builder can be used to circumvent creating a report. Planning the design. In territory planning, there are two components of design process: datasets and territory alignment. Datasets are a collection of records that define your territory alignment. Territory alignment is the proposed territory model for the group of records defined in the dataset. An alignment provides the visual framework of your territory classification. For example, territories may be classified as regions or districts. To continue with our use case, Linda selects the Create Dataset button and names her dataset Southeast Region Enterprise Accounts. Linda then goes to add a brief description, then defines the scope of her territory boundaries. The use of territory boundaries is optional. If defined, it applies to a selected country and provides additional geographical options. Linda selects the United States as the country, and 4 additional options appear: postal code, state, country, and 3-digit postal code. Linda selects 3-digit postal code and continues with her design. It's worth noting that depending on the country you select, the additional geographical options, such as postal boundary, county, district, and state, province, region, may differ. Now she can select the reports to make up her dataset. She reviews the list of reports displayed and selects the Southeast Accounts by Annual Revenue report she previously created. Remember, you can select one or more reports when configuring a dataset. If selecting multiple reports, each report has its own legend view and displays as different symbols on the map to distinguish between reports. This helps users plan territories based on data from multiple objects if needed. It's worth noting that reports are not directly linked to datasets. Instead, a snapshot of your report is taken when you create a dataset. Make your territory planning decisions based on reliable numbers that won't change between sessions. Next, Linda maps her object fields. So number 1, unit ID identifies the unique value associated with the record, such as account ID. Number 2, unit assignment fields identifies the pre-existing assignment, such as owner, the account owner. Number 3, billing latitude and billing longitude, which specifies the geolocation fields. And then number 4, selected attribute fields, such as annual revenue, are used to analyze her sales territories. Now we're going to move to creating an alignment. There are a number of ways in which companies can organize their territories when planning the framework for a proposed alignment. Here are some common examples. 1, by sales rep or service technician. 2, by size of business, such as mid-market and small business. 3, by manager's assignment to different teams. In the case of our scenario, which is Lovely Course Retail, the alignment focuses on sales rep. The proposed alignment includes additional territories and a model for reps to maximize account coverage. Linda creates a new alignment. She names it Proposed Alignment and starts the building process. So now Linda has 3 options. First option is to populate and customize a sample model with different hierarchy levels already displayed. Option number 2, import and configure an existing alignment plan. This is often used when creating an iteration of an existing alignment. Option number 3 is import an existing model from Enterprise Territory Management. Since Lovely Coast Retail already uses Enterprise Territory Management, Linda selects the Import Salesforce Territory Model button. She selects the Southeast branch and identifies account executives as the territory owner role. Then she defines the owner name and the unit assignment value. She uses account owner ID. As she uses and selects the account owner ID, the same assignment ID value identified in the dataset. This value ensures each record in the selected Salesforce report is aligned with the correct territory. After confirming the owner name for each territory, she selects the unit assignment option to autofill with territory owner ID field. Finally, before completing the design, Linda selects the automatically assign nearby container checkbox. This feature automatically associates unassigned zip codes to a territory based on proximity to accounts. This helps eliminate any gaps in coverage, and as such, Linda selects Finish, and then the Southeast Territory displays on the map. In this section, we're going to go a step further and examine Salesforce Map Optimal Territory Alignment. The focus is on optimal territory alignment. In the process of creating an optimal territory alignment, we're going to focus on three things. Number one, selecting and comparing territory changes. Number two, adding new territories. And then number three, optimizing and saving territories. In the previous exercise, Linda laid the framework for territory planning by creating a data set and importing her existing territory alignment. Now it's time to make changes to her territory alignment. Territory planning data is isolated from production data and assignments. This means Linda can make changes and see the immediate impact of those changes on annual revenue and unit count. Changes are not updated in Salesforce until data is published and activated. So Linda starts the realignment process by reviewing the legend on the right side of the map. It displays key fields from the accounts by annual revenue report she selected in her dataset. In the legend, she sees each territory represented as a different color on the map, and the unit count and owner name, but she's missing the annual revenue field. To add this as a visible column, she selects and updates the map legend to display annual revenue. This brings it to the forefront of the design process. Assigning nearby containers. Linda shifts her attention to the map view. She's excited to see that all the areas in the Southeast region were automatically assigned a territory. In the past, there were often gaps in territory coverage due to missing zip codes in her Salesforce org. It took hours to search for unassigned areas, locate nearby accounts, and assign ownership. Now with the territory planning, Linda selects automatically assign nearby containers as part of her alignment design. Missing zip codes, postal codes are automatically assigned to nearby accounts based on their proximity to each territory. Each territory displays a circle that represents the center of the territory. Units are scattered throughout the map. Under the Legend panel, Linda selects United States Postal Code to see the list of zip codes missing from her org. She unchecks any area she wants to keep unassigned. Comparison data. Now Linda's ready to make changes to account assignments. Focusing on one area of the map, she uses the tool to quickly capture a specific area for further analysis. She wants to see a comparison of the annual revenue in her current alignment versus the annual revenue of any proposed changes. Territory planning optionally displays a comparison chart at the bottom of the map. So Linda drags the lassoed area to different territories and uses the comparison chart to view the impact of these changes on the annual revenue of each selected territory. The power of the legend. Once satisfied with her changes, Linda selects the territory area, reassigns it to another territory, and applies her changes. The changes automatically display in the legend fields. Before making additional changes, Linda selects to share comments and collaborate with her leadership team. After communicating with leadership, Linda uses the On the Legend panel to create a new territory. She then assigns it to a new sales rep. At this point, Linda has changed the assignment of territories and created a new territory. She sees the territory distribution among reps, and by glancing at the unit count and annual revenue of the territory, it's clear that they're not evenly distributed. To solve this issue, she selects Optimize to ensure an even distribution of territories based on annual revenue. Intelligent attribute-based optimization. Optimization is a powerful feature of territory planning. It optimizes territories based on the attribute that matters the most. In this case, Linda wants to balance her territories based on annual revenue and uses distance logic to determine the actual drive time between accounts. Distance logic provides two options. Option number one, as the crow flies, which relies on straight line point-to-point distances. Option number two, drive time network, which relies on local road networks, estimated distance, and estimated drive times. So Linda selects drive time network. Now, Linda can set her preference for optimization. There are three optimization options. Option number one is balance. Balance provides an equal distribution of the selected attribute across territory areas. Option number two is continuity. Continuity provides the minimum amount of unit container reassignments across territory areas. If selected, this will increase balance with minimal impact on your alignment. Option number three is compactness. Compactness provides the minimum distance between units and containers with territory areas. Smaller drive time networks decrease mileage. Use this if your organization is focused on minimizing the drive time. With territory planning, you can prioritize one, a combination of, two, or all three options. Linda selects all three. Satisfied with her design, she collaborates with leadership. Once finalized, she publishes her design. Linda must choose from the following three publishing options. Option number one is publish to Enterprise Territory Management. This option publishes a Salesforce territory model in Enterprise Territory Management. If selecting this option, changes must also be activated in the respective tool for changes to apply. Option number two is published to Salesforce Maps. This option saves territories as shape layers in a folder in Salesforce Maps. If users have access to the folder, they can view the territory's overlay account information and plan optimal routes and schedules within their assigned territories. And option number three is published to PDF. This option creates PDF representation of both maps and map legend for all specified layers of an alignment. Select between current level or individual territories. So Linda selects Enterprise Territory Management and clicks Next. The Enterprise Territory Management dialog box contains the following options. First option, Publish Scope. Publish Scope offers two options, which is publish your entire alignment or the specific focus you're working in. And then we have Publish Level. Publish Level selects a hierarchy level to publish. Then we have Publish Method. This publishes new territories, overrides existing territories, or overrides matching territories. Next we have Territory Model. This is the model that territories are published to. Then we have Parent Territory. This selection determines the parent territory for the selected level. Then we have Territory Type. This is the territory type that is assigned to every territory in the alignment. Then we have Assignment Rule Field. This selects any standard or custom account field to base your territory alignment rules on, such as zip code or state. And finally, we have Publish Locked Units as manually assigned accounts. In this case, if a territory contains locked accounts, then they can publish those assignments manually. This is typically for exception accounts that do not match the geo assignment rules. That is, an account in a zip code that is owned by a different rep. So Linda completes the dialog box and publishes her new assignment. In this case, Linda also chooses Publish to Salesforce Maps. She saves the territory shape layers in a folder accessible to the sales team. Now the Lovely Course Retail sales team can use these additional shape layers in Salesforce Maps to geographically visualize their territories and create optimized routes and schedules to improve productivity and revenue. So in this, we've noticed that Linda worked to realign territories for Lovely Course Retail. She successfully visualized new territories and easily made changes using territory management. Changes to key attributes were automatically updated, and she saw the immediate impact of any change. All the while, her reassignments were isolated from production data, so Linda can safely make many changes as needed and share realignments with management before activating any final changes.